So I had no intention to make this video. In fact, I have no desire to make this video. But I have no choice because I've got a plumbing leak. Well, hey everybody, I'm Bill with Live Simple, Live Free. It's not so much that I don't want to make the video, I don't mind that. I just don't want to deal with the problem that the video is about, which is a plumbing leak. You see, I've been a contractor for many decades. I can do all aspects of carpentry, of construction. Carpentry, roofing, electrical, plumbing, masonry, I do it all. But out of all of those, I think that plumbing is one of the worst that I don't like. Now, most of what I've done has been new construction, installing new plumbing. I don't mind that, I really don't. But what I hate is to go in and troubleshoot and fix plumbing problems and plumbing leaks in a house that's already working, that's not new. So I woke up this morning and I found the floor underneath of the sink here all wet. So I had to go and evaluate what in the world is going on. I got to get this fixed because we can't use the sink until I get it fixed. So here's what I didn't even know whether it was coming from the supply line or the drain or whatever, but here's what I found. It's something unusual that I've never seen before. Now this is a pedestal sink, and this is a pedestal which I've already removed. This isn't structural, it's just basically cosmetic to make it look good. The sink itself actually just hangs on the wall like that. So here's what I found. The link is in the drain. There's a pinhole in the pipe right there. This isn't plastic, this is chrome or metal, you know. I thought maybe I could just tighten this up or something, but no, there's a pinhole right there. Watch what happens when I run the sink. See that? Isn't that bizarre? Now that should really just be no big deal to just take this off, take that off, and just replace it. I already bought the replacement part for it. The problem is this is all very old, and this is, I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get this out. I don't even know what kind of a joint that is. That goes into, I think, black iron drain pipe. Something that we haven't used in construction in many decades, but this house was built in 1950. So the first thing I got to do is just see what this is and if I can get that out. That almost looks like it's solder, or like, not solder, but they used lead. They used to use lead to put that in there. So I don't even know if I'm going to be able to fix this. Nope, that's not a ring like this. That's lead that they sealed it in. This is a problem. I haven't done anything with those old black metal pipes since I was a teenager 50 years ago. And you got to have some, special equipment to be able to, you melt the lead and seal it in there. I'm going to have to rethink this. Okay, I think I figured it out. Since I can't take this joint apart because of that lead seam in there, I can cut this off out here somewhere and attach a new one out here. The trouble is that it would take a connector that has a compression fitting like this on each side, and I've never seen one like that in this 1.25" pipe. So I didn't know what I was going to do, and then aha, I remembered the Fernco rubber fitting. So this is the Fernco rubber connector, and it's rubber, so it's flexible. You put the pipe in and it's got a pipe clamp on either side, so you tighten it down onto the pipe. But this says 1.5" or 1.25". Drain pipe comes in 1.5" and 1.25". This is 1.25". I'm a little skeptical that something that'll fit 1.5" will tighten down enough to also be tight on 1.25". But that's what it says right there. So I'm going to try it and see. Fernco makes all different sizes in like 1.25" all the way up to about 6" different sizes, reducers, and 2-inch here, 3-inch there, that kind of thing. Elbows, rubber elbows, all kinds of stuff. Great product. I've used it many times to save my bacon. I think this will be one of those times. Okay, so now I got to cut off these 2 pipes to put the Fernco coupling on. I need to cut this off, and I need to make sure that it's far enough back from the curve that this will have something straight to bite on. I don't want to cut it right there because that wouldn't work on the curve. So I'm going to bring it back about here and then cut it right about there. Make sure I have enough straight pipe here. I don't know if you can see that, what I'm trying to say, but so I'll cut this off right there. Now I do have a hand hacksaw which would work for this, but to cut off the one underneath, it would be very hard to get that hand hacksaw in there and move anything at all back and forth. There's no room in the back there. So the best thing to do would be to use a Sawzall, but I only have one, and it's in Virginia, in my house up there in Virginia. I don't have one down here, so I'm thinking, oh man, do I have to go buy another $300 Sawzall? And then I realized I've got this. I think this will work. This is it's a bimetal blade, which means that it's made basically for wood that's embedded with nails, so it'll cut wood and metal. And this 1/4-inch drain stuff is pretty thin, so I don't think it'll have any problem cutting this. I don't know. There's an awful lot of slack in there. Let me see if I can get it to tighten down enough. I've never tried this particular size before and see if it'll reduce down far enough. Okay, looks like it's going to work. Yep, it's nice and tight, it won't move. This clamp is tight around there. So I think I found my solution. That makes me very happy. Well, I just cut this off right here, and then I reached up to turn the camera off and discovered I'd never turned it on. So sorry about that, but I used this little piece to mark where I needed to cut it, and there needed to be a little bit of a gap here. So hopefully that came out right, because I can't recut that now. Okay, now let's see if I can get this thing back together with this new rubber Fernco coupling. Well, that should be it. Let me run some water and see if it works. All right, that's good. There's no leaks. Excellent. So now I have this new little tailpiece here. This is where the hole used to be, right there. It turned out to be a much easier fix than I feared, because I thought I was going to have to go back into the wall. So I'm very happy with this. It's done. Now this podium sink is actually just a sink hanging on the wall. And it's got this cosmetic sort of thing underneath of it. Make it look like it's standing on the podium. And this has got this broken piece out right here. Doesn't look real good. And Elizabeth has been talking about replacing this with a regular vanity type sink, because this is old, it doesn't look good, it's hard to get clean. That would also give us more storage space underneath. That would be another project. For now, I got this working again where it's not leaking. That's all I wanted to do. So I hope you enjoyed this little project. It wasn't much, but it was important. Thanks for watching. Live simple, live free. You be blessed. We'll see you next time.